I thought I would change it up a little bit. And this has been something that's been on my mind for a while, and I thought about this would probably be a good time to talk about it. It's an appropriate time to do so. As I record this and hopefully get uploaded, it is the month of June, and the month of June is obviously Pride Month, and I am not knocking that whatsoever, but what a lot of people fail to remember or just forget, it's also something else the month of June, and that is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Like I said, I'm not knocking June, Pride Month, at all. I believe that Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, it would be forgotten or overlooked at any month of the year. I think that's just the nature of what it is. Either way, I wanted to talk a little bit about men's mental health, and if you made this far in the video, just be aware that's why I'm addressing right here. I'm not trying to forget about anyone else. I'm just talking about men's mental health. So if that doesn't interest you, you're more than welcome to leave or stay. But you know, the biggest killer of men under 50 is suicide. In 2022, I believe it was 3.85 times the amount of men commit suicide compared to women. And why is that? Why are men struggling with their mental health so much? I mean, I believe everyone struggles in this life. Some of us a little bit more than others. Some of us, manage it better, or we have a close team of people. But men, I think, traditionally speaking, are told to suck it up and push through, or even more old-fashioned about like men don't have feelings, or they don't have the same feelings. So if they do, they're the message is saying that they are weaker than other men. Them saying that they are struggling is, again, a sign of a lack of a masculinity in many ways. Society, at least Western society here, and even culture nowadays, one of the positive things about modern day and age is at least this sense of, maybe we could call it empathy, at least this awareness of the amount of people who do struggle day to day, or month to month, year to year, whatever it is, that we do struggle certain times, and that is acceptable, that's okay. But there still is this stigma, I believe, when we're talking about men, about how they're the ones who are meant to suppress, or not even suppress, but ignore these times when they're down, when they're depressed, when they're lonely, when they are filled with anxiety. The list goes on. Speaking for myself, now, I strongly believe in not airing your laundry out on the internet. So I'm not going to go into details in this video, but from my experience, I did experience some really dark days a few years ago. And it was hard those days just to get up out of bed, to really have a reason to keep moving, for lack of a better word. Luckily, my small circle of close friends and family were there for me, and a lot of those days when I did not want to get up out of bed, they were there to encourage me and motivate me and help me get there. And it was just putting one foot in front of the other for months, but eventually I was there. But again, I cannot take full credit for that. I stand on the shoulders of mighty people who were there for me during that time. Like during that time, I was able to meet with someone and able to talk through a lot of my stuff, and just being able to open that door, that figurative door, and let my feelings out there exposed, where I knew that it was a safe environment, it was non-judgmental, it helped tremendously. I can't speak highly enough of that individual for helping me get through that time, quite honestly. So what is the deal then with men and speaking up? Well, I mean, I talked about, you could say, old hat ideas. I don't have a solution to the problem, because the beautiful and ugly thing about people is that everyone is different. So every single struggle is different in its own way. We can relate to some more than others, but we're also distant from some than others. So it's very unique. We can't just do one thing one way all the time if we want to help. We have a lot of freedoms here in the United States, and we have a lot of opportunities. I believe for men, many times, what they need is to be able to have someone to talk to, someone to be able to share with their deep, dark secrets, if you want to go there, emotions, feelings, thoughts, and not have a fear of it coming back at them in the future, whether it's saying, oh, that's wrong for you to feel that way, or how you're thinking that way is incorrect. Sometimes men need that. Sometimes they need that. But I think, again, for a lot of guys, it's hard to open up initially because of that fear of it coming back to haunt you, or again, just how it's going to be received. Which is why I'm speaking very highly, or encouraging, that if you don't have someone in your life who maybe you feel you could be that way with and talk with, there are some resources that are available to help. A few that come to mind: BetterHelp, Talkspace, the suicide hotline, which is 988, dial 988 if it is a suicide and crisis hotline. So keep that in mind. And speaking from individuals who I know who have personally called it, and for my armed forces brothers and sisters, we have Military One Source. I've heard very positive things about Military One Source. I think we can recognize a problem in this day and age. It's not, because it's either hot or cold. There doesn't seem to be anything, there is no balance. So we'll have either one extreme or we'll have another extreme, and nothing in the middle. And what I'm trying to say by that is, I almost guarantee I'm going to have comments from this video about who I'm forgetting or who else has it hard. And again, I'm not saying men have it hardest, but I am, again, talking about men's mental health awareness, and I'm staying in there right now. What I'm trying to do with this video is to get a conversation started, a dialogue going, and maybe just some thinking. Because I believe one of the best things you can do if you see a man who is struggling, ask them how they're doing. Even if they don't look like they're struggling, ask them how they're doing. It's the art of asking, because you never know what's going through a guy's head. Now, some, of course, put their wear their heart more on their sleeves, personality-wise, and some guys bury, again, their feelings a lot deeper. But I, again, strongly believe that one way that we could help to lower these numbers of men who are severely struggling is by talking to them. Because many times, I believe, more than not, they just don't have someone to talk to. They might tell you they're fine. They might tell you to go away. They might tell you to piss off. You're not responsible for how they respond. You're only responsible for your actions and for your words. So if the heart behind it is good and you are trying to help, then that's good. That's good enough. Now, of course, know your place. Don't be aggressive, saying, I must help you. Just be available. That's maybe one of the best things you can do. Be available. We're very fortunate to be where we're at today. But on the same token, or on the flip side, we gotta recognize the issues that be. And how we can make a difference. How we can make this world a better place. A little bit at a time. And that is going to have to be with some hard questions. Hard questions that might be geared to ourselves, and maybe even harder questions to our friends and family. Again, read the room. I wouldn't pounce on every single man in your life demanding, is like, are you okay? You must tell me or else you're going to hurt yourself. That's not what I'm saying. If we make a little bit of an effort, texting, calling, asking some of our friends, hey, what's up? How you doing? Maybe we should hang out together. Maybe we haven't seen each other for a while. Some of those basic things, I believe, can go a long, long way. Making an effort to be available, making an effort to listen, that's another thing. When these opportunities maybe present themselves at a guy in your life that you do talk to, and they say, you know what, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing so hot. Then know the time it is to listen, and know the time it is to talk. Again, I feel very strongly that a lot of guys, they just want to be able to talk and talk without being worried about repercussions. I'm saying this more as the tone might mislead, but I want this to be encouraging. My channel is not dedicated at this time to be like selling anything, and I am not sponsored by any of a list of places that I brought up by any means. This is just me, myself, and I talking. Personally, I don't think it takes a lot of effort to ask someone how they're doing. So I hope you'll take that and run with it and have a conversation with a friend or family member in the near future. Like I said, shoot out a text, call someone, make a little bit of an effort, and I feel if we all did that consistently, we would see a change. But Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. What are we going to do about that? Because it shouldn't just be a month. Are we going to make a change from now until next June? Are the numbers going to continue to climb? Great question. Ultimately, what I would like to say, and this now goes past men's mental health awareness. This goes for human being mental health awareness. There is no shame in recognizing that you need help. It's not a form of weakness to ask for help. It's not a sign of defeat to say, I need help. Knowing and recognizing that you need help is a great step. And it's a monumental one, and it's a scary one to look in the mirror and go like, wow, I need help. And just to say it again, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to say that you need help. Okay, I feel like I've been on my little soapbox long enough, but I hope that it did some good. I don't know who will see it, but I hope everyone who does see it, thinks a little bit more about just their friends and family and maybe what they could do to ask people how they're doing and to make a difference. Because a little difference, while maybe as small, minuscule as it may seem, adds up. I'm going to steal a line from Cloud Atlas. When someone is accusing someone else, your efforts are a drop in a limitless ocean. And the person responds, what is an ocean but a multitude of drops? With that, thank you for listening to me today. I hope I can do something like this again. If you like what you heard, let me know. But other than that, stay strong, stay humble, and have a wonderful rest of your day.